Right now on Sunrise, some Minneapolis City Council members are vowing to disband the police department. I'll tell you their next step.
Gone too soon. Marnie Zhang, the St. Paul Public School Board chair, loses her battle against COVID-19 at just 31 years old. We look back on her impactful life. Then a leap of faith.
It occurred to me one day that maybe it was the universe or some greater spirit saying it was me.
How opening an auto shop gave this former Catholic minister a new way to serve.
We climb back into the 90s and tropical moisture impacts us for Tuesday.
It's Monday, June 8th. KARE 11 Sunrise starts now. The push to change policing in Minneapolis is underway. A veto-proof majority of city council members say they now plan on disbanding and effectively ending the Minneapolis Police Department. This, of course, comes after uproar with the death of George Floyd. We want to know what you think about getting rid of Minneapolis police. Let us know. Use that hashtag Sunrisers. While we wait for a decision, we're also tracking a major storm in the south. Tropical storm Cristobal made landfall in Louisiana yesterday. And Tracy, what does that mean for us?
We are expecting to have some of that moisture working its way this far north. So expecting kind of a soggy day for Tuesday. As for today, the northwestern parts of Minnesota dealing with a few rumbles of thunder early on. They're going to clear out for most of the day, but then expect another wave of storms into the afternoon and evening. So that's where that severe threat lingers. For us in the metro, we are staying dry and things are going to be heating up. A high of 95 degrees today. So hot, sticky, and a little uncomfortable if you're getting outside.
A majority of the Minneapolis City Council is pledging to disband the police department. Ellery McCardle is live outside of City Hall this morning. And Ellery, you covered a protest about this over the weekend. What are people saying?
Yeah, Jay, I mean, that protest on Saturday was huge. There were thousands of people marching in the streets, calling on the city to defund the police department and put millions of dollars back into the community instead. And it seems like the city council is listening to this call for major change, because yesterday it was announced that a majority of the Minneapolis City Council is vowing to abolish the police department. 9 of the 13 council members agree, which creates a veto-proof majority. Now, they don't have specifics, but say they will spend the next year getting public input to come up with new ideas for keeping the city safe.
Commitment is to end our city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department, to end policing as we know it, and to recreate systems of public safety that actually keep us safe.
Now, at that rally I was telling you about earlier on Saturday, Mayor Jacob Frey said he favors reforming the police department, but he does not support abolishing it. And he says he will work with Chief Arredondo on deep structural reform. And since the city council's announcement yesterday, we have not heard from Chief Arredondo yet or the Minneapolis Police Department, so we're waiting to hear their thoughts on that. For now, let's go over to Kaya Edwards, because Kaya, you've been hearing from one city council member who's providing some clarity on what this change could mean, right?
Ellery, yeah, last night at after the rally, our 10 o'clock news team got a hold of City Council member Jeremiah Ellison. The big question a lot of us have is, how would this work? Minneapolis City Council said it would start defunding the police department as early as within the next weeks and months. But council also said it could take up to a year to find a viable replacement. And so the question is, would they really start defunding the MPD without also having the new form of public safety in place at the same time? Here's Ellison.
I think that there are things that we're going to have to do in the next couple of weeks and months, right? We've got the budget coming up. We've got this huge budget shortfall because of coronavirus. We also have other public safety strategies that are not the police that we've sort of failed to fund, but they do work. Those are things that we can kind of get putting our resources behind right away. But you're right. The work of creating a whole new public safety apparatus is going to take some time.
He said this is the beginning of a discussion. And again, as Ellery mentioned, they all want to spend about a year getting feedback from the people in the community. So Gia, it will be interesting to see how this pans out.
Yeah, many more discussions to come. Kaya, thank you. Later today, the man charged with George Floyd's murder will make his first court appearance. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is charged with second-degree and third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. Floyd died May 25th during an arrest in Minneapolis. Prosecutors say Chauvin put his knee on Floyd's neck for almost 9 minutes while Floyd was on the ground and handcuffed. There were 3 other former officers there at the scene who were all charged as well. And also happening today, a public mourning for George Floyd. It's happening in Houston, Texas. Tashara Parker is there with a preview.
Behind me are just a couple of the doors that people will be able to enter through today as they prepare to show their respects to Mr. George Floyd. Today's public viewing will take place from 12 until about 6 p.m. People won't be able to park here at the church. They will have to be shuttled over as thousands prepare again to show their respects to Mr. George Floyd. Want to make sure you are prepared. If you do plan to come out here, you will need to wear a mask. You will need to have gloves. You will also have to get your temperature checked as well as go through a metal detector here at the church. Again, thousands preparing to show up and show their respects to Mr. George Floyd as well as to his family. In Houston, I'm Tashara Parker.
Now, in our digital dive this morning, family, friends, and colleagues, as well as hundreds of you, are commenting on our Carolyn Facebook page about the death of Marnie Zhang. She was the chair of the St. Paul Public Schools Board. Zhang died over the weekend of the coronavirus. She was just 31 years old. Now, Marnie battled the coronavirus for a month before passing away yesterday morning, according to her family. The daughter of political refugees from Laos, Marnie grew up on the east side of St. Paul and graduated from the University of Minnesota Duluth in 2012. She was an active community leader working to support the Hmong community and fight racial injustice. Marnie was elected to the St. Paul School Board in 2017 and voted chair of the board earlier this year.
She was a person who saw things that in this country and the world that were wrong. You know, racial injustice, gender inequality, the genocide of the Hmong people. And she felt like she had to take it upon herself to try to do everything she can to change that. And so I think she was living her dream and trying to create change in a school district that needs a lot of help.
Now, her school board colleagues also released a statement saying they'll honor Marnie by continuing her fight to break down and remove all barriers to and within our educational system. A lot of our Sunrisers had a lot to say as well. Jessica here wrote, such a strong leader and advocate for change and equality. My heart goes out to her family. Chu said she will be missed and remembered at Hmong International Academy. And Pat also sharing her condolences, writing on Facebook, let's all do our part to practice coronavirus prevention by social distancing and wearing masks. Now, our family has created a GoFundMe page to help pay for medical expenses and the cost of the funeral. If you'd like to donate to that, we do have more details posted on our website, KARE11.com. They're all also asking anyone that was out protesting to go get tested for COVID-19. Gia?
Yeah, good reminder. And Alicia, I saw this a couple of weeks ago while Marnie was still fighting COVID-19 and her family was asking for prayers. They were asking, just to send positive thoughts her way because it was a really hard fought battle. So sad to see this news yesterday. But thanks for sharing her story with us, Alicia. Thank you. Tracy, let's get to you now with our One Thing weather.
And a look at the roads this morning. Pretty quiet out there, except for this crash. Unfortunately, 94 as you're coming from the Rogers area. It's really starting to jam up traffic. This is near County Road 81, and it's already in a construction zone where it's just down to 2 lanes. So if this is your route to work, give yourself plenty of time.
Well, a Mankato girl steps up to help thousands struggling because of COVID-19. We talked to her about her generous contribution. And if you drive around Minneapolis, you might see this, how the Say Their Names Cemetery is spreading awareness on police brutality. And she left her role in the church to continue to serve her community in another way. While the owner of the Lift Garage is hoping her auto shop can become a beacon of hope for people struggling.